An additional great feature of FastWPF is that it can use any third-party component or even your own defined custom controls. To show you this little sample, I want to install the famous MyApps framework into my existing WPF App 1 project. That means I'm switching over to the NuGet packages of this project and I'm installing myapps.metro for this little project. After installing this little framework, you can use any additional controls from this framework and even the styles of it. That means for this little case I want to define a stack panel, for example, and I'm just giving some controls within this stack panel. For example, a button, a little combo box and a checkbox, for example. And you will see that all these controls have the default style of WPF applications. To utilize the MyApps framework, you have to include some additional resources within your application app.xaml resource file. I do that and I'm selecting my app.xaml file here and I'm just copying some lines out of the documentation of MyApps, which consists out of a resource dictionary which is getting merged together with different resource dictionaries. And with defining that one and changing to my main window XAML, you have the possibility now to utilize any existing XAML file as your application resources. Normally, in the default case, you have here selected none. That means you don't load any resources for this designer. In my case, I want that this main window XAML file is loading the application resources out of my example WPF App 1. That means I just want to select these resources. And now pay a little bit attention. If I'm selecting the WPF App 1 now, it reloads the designer, it's loading my styles out of the application XAML file, and instantly I will get the new look and feel out of the MyApps framework, for example. You can use that with any different framework you want, and in addition, if you have a really large enterprise project where you have different styling projects, where you have different library projects with some XAML content, you can always reference some other application resources and instantly see if everything is working, and you see instantly how it will look like with your correctly applied application resources.